Hi, so now it's 8:30. Just now I got a shock from my own live stream. This webinar is actually live streamed to YouTube. So if you, just in case some of you wants a recording, you can go back to the recording and rewatch. Yes, hi Eugene. Very good. Eugene open up his camera. Can I get you to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Eugene. I'm from
Hi,
Kuantan. Yeah, nice to see you
Quantan.
guys. Yeah.
Yes, what do you do?
Actually, I'm running food and beverage business.
Oh, food and beverage in
Yes.
Kuantan.
Yes.
Okay, nice.
Yep. So I would
Okay.
like to know more about the Claude AI things for the website and for the information, everything. So I joined this meeting today.
Oh, okay, that is very good. So you
Mm.
are a business owner yourself, yeah? I
Yes,
think
business
it's
owner.
very good for you to learn. Yeah, it can actually help you to save a lot of time, enhance
Yeah.
your productivity and so on. Yeah.
Actually, I did with the website things, but I still
Uh,
have some things to ask for today meetings, but I'll see how it goes first today. Yeah, actually, I tried to use before. Yeah.
okay, good.
Okay, thank you, Jenny.
Yes. Yeah, thank you, Eugene.
You're
Let
welcome.
me see. Who wants to introduce yourself? Feel free to, open up the mic and introduce yourself. Then we will begin. Yeah. Anyone wants to introduce? I mean, to me, sometimes coming to the webinar on time or earlier is actually good because we usually have some networking session. So that is a good way for people to know you as well. Yeah. Yeah. So Eugene is the best model for today. Jasmina, I see you, open. Yeah, would you like to introduce yourself here?
Hi, Jane. Actually, yeah, so I'm Jasbina from Jobaru. So I am in the copywriting business. So we are from IBP Editorial and Communications. And what is very interesting is that actually today on Threads, I was just like, browsing Threads, and I actually saw people talking about cloud MCP, and they are running meta ads, using cloud. And I was like, okay, wow, this is. And today, coincidentally, today is actually on digital marketing, and I was like, okay, I need to switch on my camera and ask you about it, because I think as somebody who actually runs advertisements on social media and paid advertisements, right? I think although these platforms, they already have AI assistants like on Meta itself, to digest and tell you what campaign is working well and stuff like that. But I think being able to connect cloud, I think you will be able to run advertisements or campaigns actually faster. And probably I think I'm very interested to hear your perspective as well on
Okay.
various MCPs. Yeah.
We will cover the high level. Yeah, I will show you how to connect, but not so much about connecting to Meta itself, but I will show you the very basic one, where everyone will be able to use it for today,
Right.
because today's session is only 1 hour plus. But is to give you an idea, how Claude is here and how Claude has changed the way we do prompting, or in the past we have been just talking to chatbot or chat box, right? But most of us do not actually create systems. So today, the whole idea is to give you an idea how we can move away just from prompting to towards creating a marketing system for us ourselves. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So yeah, looking forward.
Yeah,
Thank
that
you.
is nice. Okay, I will share my slide now. Mm, wait, yeah. Okay, so you all can see my slide, yeah? Okay, so welcome everyone. This is Jane Chu here. And today you are here for the webinar titled Claude AI for Marketing. So we are, just going to talk about Claude, and I'm going to tell you the differences between Claude and other AI tools. Yeah. So before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Jane Chiu, and I'm an AI strategy coach. So basically, when I call myself AI strategy coach, means I help business owners to move from point A, like their current status now, to point B. That means where they want to be. So that is what we call a strategy coach. And I'm pretty much AI powered. So the reason is, of course, I know AI cannot replace a human. AI also cannot replace coach. Some of us think that, oh, AI is here, and my job will be replaced. To some extent, some of us may feel interruption, including coaches, yeah, because a lot of time people will just go straight to to chat and ask question. They don't bother about asking people, right? But that is for temporarily, because when everyone is using chat, you think everyone would have their problem solved? No, right? So they still need to talk to people. So that is from the perspective of coaching career. So I'm sure some of you who are in the marketing field, or some of like, I'm not sure about Jasmina, later must also hear your perspective. Some of you may be in the copywriting, and some people also think that, oh, AI is here and it is going to take over the job. So what is your perspective about it? So to me, yes, some job function that is repeated, that can be used, right, by AI, I think they're disrupted, but there is a way for us to navigate. Yeah, since Jasmina is here, can I hear your view about it?
All right. I think it's interesting because a lot of people think that, yeah, copywriting, right? You can just get AI to get it done, right? But so day in and out, what we are seeing is our clients, in order to get clarity, right? You may have ideas, but in order to get people to see things from a different perspective, right? So they may not be able to see from our perspective. So when we prompt them, right, human prompting, we prompt them, we ask them, or we see things from a different perspective, and then we are able to like structure their message. Then it is different because maybe they have the idea, right? So maybe they're using ChatGPT. The way they're prompting, the way they are talking to ChatGPT is not how we are prompting or we are thinking. So the end result
Yes.
is different, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So the end
Yes.
result is different. So I think this is where despite having AI, I think a lot of ads are not performing. That is also because of the messaging, that the copywriting part is actually not very effective. So unless they
Yeah.
know exactly how to play around with AI,
Mm.
then they will be able to do it. But if they're not sure, then I think the end result is also something very messy, kind of like it's kind of like there, but it's not there, right?
Yeah. All right. Okay. Thank you so much, Jasmina, for your perspective. Yeah, I agree, because I think human judgment, the wisdom, our experience would actually give us our voice, our tone. Yeah, so that one AI cannot replace. So I'll come back to that later. So I'm the founder of Digital AI Business Club, and also E3 Startup and Digitalization Power Team Director. So I'm a trainer. I'm also a coach, and I'm certified under University of Pennsylvania, and for the certification called AI Strategy and Governance. So I am about 30 years in CRM, loyalty, analytics, and data-driven strategy. I mean, in one shot, maybe I'm quite related to marketing, quite related to database-driven, that kind of environment stuff. Yeah. Okay, so that's why when AI is here, I say, okay, let's call myself AI powered strategy coach, because AI is all about data. All right. Yeah. So next. Not moving. Okay, just in case you are not in the community yet, you can scan the QR code to join the WhatsApp the Club Masterclass WhatsApp group, and or also our Facebook group community. So over there, from time to time, if you have questions, you can ask or prompt us there. Or sometimes if I have prompts or any strategy stuff, I can also post in Facebook, especially so that I can interact with you all as well. Yeah. Okay, let me go to the next page. So today I'm going to talk about why Claude, right? Some of you sure have this question. And then I will show you different things. In order to save time, I will skip this intro. Okay, now, so today basically, I want to show you we are no longer, I mean, we are very used to talking to chat. So just in case you guys are very new, just in case any one of you haven't really done any AI, you can also, maybe raise your hand or type in the comment or chat box so that I know you are a total beginner. But if not, I would assume everyone would have actually had some experience with AI tools such as ChatGPT, Gemini, and other tools. All right, so these are the big boys. So usually when I when I quote, example, I only quote the big boys because I think there's just so many out there. Yeah. So I mean, the best way to talk to our AI tools, right? I'm not sure whether everyone knows, you can actually open up the mic in your AI tool, the chat area there, and talk to the chat box as if it is a human. So in fact, it is a good way to make AI to really understand your tone, your voice, and then so that we are also training AI to sound like us. That is one way. Okay, just in case you do not know, you can try out. Because I think a lot of us also very used to typing, right? Typing, okay. And typing and the way when we type and the way we talk, right? Sometimes our thinking process is different. It is different. So that's why sometimes if you really want AI to sound like you can, practice the chatting manner. Okay. But of course, today, if you haven't tried, you try that out. Chat is still very important. Prompt is still very important because whatever we are dealing with AI, it all starts with a good prompt strategy. Okay, so I'm going to cover a little bit here later. So today I will also talk about okay, just now I covered prompting fundamental, yeah. So I will actually show you how Claude can actually help you to automate some repeated workflow that you always have, especially in marketing. Of course, the same theory can also apply in some other areas, okay? And then I will also show you how you can potentially, schedule content, even, come up with your email automatically using Claude. And of course, big boys like OpenAI or ChatGPT, they are also having similar function. They are catching up also. So every tools have their pro and cons. But for now, I think Claude is a market leader when it comes to all these things. Yeah. Okay, now let's go to next page. I'm going to talk about a scenario, just a fake company. So this fake company is actually doing AI programs like me. So maybe I'm trying to imagine myself. Yeah. So this person, the founder is called Farah. So she specialized in AI for HR, and she's targeting at HR leads. And then she can deliver training on site or also via Zoom. Okay. But her problem is this, yeah. She doesn't have a marketing person or content person to help her with marketing. So what happened is, getting leads is not easy, especially if we are new or you are new, right? So getting leads are not easy. And so usually most of the founders will have to go through a period of time to establish trust in order to get their first client or first few clients or first few workshop, right? So that is when that is I'm talking about the lead generation. Then the other part is about after you have the lead, right? Then we must also think about how to optimize profit from the same lead has in the client, because this person already come for our training, for example, right? Or, subscribe to your copywriting services, or, or purchase some food from your F&B outlet, for example. So we always need to have the mindset, not just about getting leads, but how do we build further relationship with our clients or customers, turn them to become our loyal customers, make them to come back to you and frequent your shop all the time. That is where your profit come in. Because usually when you spend money in marketing, right? Actually, a lot of money, so-called, most of it are spent in acquiring leads. And usually it can be very costly. And some of the company, for the first few campaigns, right, they may not even see ROI. Usually they may lose money. So that's why when you got the leads, you have to make sure you nurture them, make sure that they stay with you. Yeah. So for the case of Farah, after she offer her, HR training, she has a lot of other opportunities to sell other HR services. For example, help companies to do onboarding, SOP, that kind of stuff for the company, or help people to do HR services. But because let's say she is a solopreneur, so she doesn't have the ability to do so many things. Yeah. So how can AI help her? Okay. So this is what I mentioned just now. The whole journey, this is a simplified one. If we want to go into very complicated marketing plan, right? Between lead and trust, there are also some other stages. For example, let's say we want to generate leads. We have to first, create awareness campaign. Let's say you are new, you need to create awareness campaign. And then after you create awareness campaign, people get to know you, they contacted you already, but they don't buy because they're still CC look, right? And then after that, you need to create interest with them. That means they start to understand, hey, why do I need to invest in unit trust, for example, if let's say you are a financial consultant. First, they get to know you, aware about you, right? Then after that, you need to make them having interest on your product, and then slowly you convert them buying your product, for example. But in between this process, trust is very important in the age of AI, right? So just now I want to come back to what Jaswina shared. You see, a lot of I would really think copywriter services is still needed, but more advanced level. Because you see, when AI just started, yes, we have the benefit of getting AI to write for us, right? But over time, now I'm sure even now is already happening. If you go to social media, Facebook, Instagram, you start to see a lot of people posting very regularly. And the images, one look you already know is all AI generated. So when things like that happen, right, the advantage from AI doesn't seem to be there already. You get what I mean? But of course, we will still need to post, because if we don't post, we are not visible, then people don't know us. But what is more important is we need to post things that are relevant, that create trust. Because now in the age of AI, trust is more important than anything else. Yeah. So how do we create trust with the help of AI? Okay. So after that, then close and then follow up and repeat lah. So this one, I'm going to show you how AI will actually help you in this process. Okay, in the past, when we ask ChatGPT or Claude or any other AI, we usually ask a question like that. For example, write an ideal customer profile for an AI training company that runs corporate workshop. This one makes sense, right? But of course, if you come for prompting classes, then I will tell you to write a little bit more longer, right? This one is a bit too short. In the event AI do not know you yet, then this can be short, right? But if you have all the setting done, then this is okay. So this is what most of the people are doing currently. Okay, now, as I mentioned, everyone can chat. If you haven't chat with AI, please start now. At least get a free account, right? But I assume everyone can chat now, but few can build a system. So when I first started, I also wonder, hey, what do you mean by building system with the chat, right? But you see, this is what Claude can do for you. So first, there are many features in Claude. So of course, the chat interface is the basic one where we do prompts. We chat by giving the prompts and talk to AI to give us the output, right? Then there are some other elements like project. So this project in Claude will help us to organize our files, organize our project. And because by having that, right, Claude can actually remember things within the project. So if we just talk to Claude, right, then in the so-called chat box, then Claude may not remember us so well. But if you do things in project, then it can remember you. Okay, I'm going to, when I talk about this, I will navigate to Claude. But let me finish this. After then the other element that we can use in Claude is what we call skills. Skills are all the prompts, but we save it as a skill. That means we identify all the repeated tasks that we need to do, and then we write it in as a skill, and then we store it in Claude. So every time I go to Claude and chat with Claude, right? Because I already have the skill written, I just say a few words and call this skill out, then AI will do for us. So this is skill. And then there is this connector. This is what Jaswina mentioned. There are things like MCP where we can connect to outside tools. Okay, so when Claude can connect with other tools, then the workflow is possible to be done. That means it's outside Claude already. We just give instruction via Claude, and then Claude will instruct other tools to work. So this is how AI has evolved. And then the other one is core work. Core work, you can even schedule tasks. So that means if let's say my job is to write newsletter every Monday, I can schedule tasks like that with core work. Okay, so this is the most critical tools that you must know in Claude. Okay, so now let me go to Claude and also here. Okay, these articles are actually posted in Digital AI Business Club. So I posted this article as a free article, so you can actually go in and you can sign up and go through along with me. Let me send it to the chat box. Okay, so this just now I mentioned all this, so it's actually also in the slide earlier lah. So now I want to talk through Farah's case studies. Farah ran the company called Catalyst AI Academy. So it is an AI training company. Okay, so when we want to prompt with AI, what is important is you need to have project. You need to have business input that you can paste into Claude project. Okay, so you need to write down business inputs like this, where you tell Claude about who you are, the business, and then your target customers, and then your offer, and then what are the problems you face. All this you can actually spell it out depending on your goal. Okay, then you also can tell what is your goal. And then CTA. I'm actually going to go show you the marketing process. So that's why this business input that I have written here is related to marketing problem that Farah faced. Okay, so the CTA she wants is to book a follow-up strategy call to plan for next team workshop. So this is the context. So when we give context to Claude or any tools that you use, right, then AI can actually respond better than you. Because if you just say, hey, I want to, I want to book a follow-up. I want you to write a message for me to target customer so that they will book a follow-up strategy call with me. So you don't give other contacts that then Claude do not know that you are doing AI training, or Claude do not know that you are a founder or one solopreneur, or Claude may not know that you actually have 100 people under you. So you need to give all these contacts. Otherwise, Claude can give you, many ideas within seconds. But which idea you should pick up? They are not going to be according to your situation. So you need to train AI like training your kid or training your staff, correct? So if you train your staff well, staff can perform. If you don't train the staff don't perform, because and then sometimes the boss or whoever train another person always complain another person, right? But AI is also behaving the same thing. You need to train it. You need to tell clearly. If you leave a lot of assumption for people to make, of course, sometimes the output will not be according to your expectation. Okay. So let me show you how to do this. So in Claude, let me open Claude. Okay, usually if we started using Claude or ChatGPT, we always use this chat box interface, and then we paste our question here, right? So for example, I can mention, give me marketing campaign for digital AI business club. So I just put something like that. So this is commonly what people will do. But the better way to do it is actually by creating a project. Okay, so I let it run. So you see over here, there are some projects that I've created over time. What you can do for this scenario, I actually have a sample open up here, not here. Ooh, I don't know where it is. Ooh. Let me. I thought I opened my chat because I wanted to reuse it. This one. Okay, I think this is one of the sample, but anyway, I will show you how to set it up. Okay, I open Claude again. And then this is project. I just open a new project. And then I give it a name. Catalyst Demo. Then you can, write down your description here. This one is optional. You can describe your project because just in case next time you have so many projects, you get confused yourself, right? Catalyst. Okay, so I just copy paste the same thing and I create project. It will take a while. Let me come back here. Okay, let me come back here. Okay, so now the instruction, you can actually put it here. Just now I paste here, right? You want to give some ideas about the company, you can paste it here. But as I mentioned, you need to actually write it as detailed as possible because, like, for example, in this case, you actually mention book a follow-up strategy call to plan for my next team workshop. And then what is your success measure? You want to achieve 20% of the past attendees into the second booking within 90 days. Okay, so you have done it. I cannot save it. Okay, save. Okay, so once you have this, then next step. Okay, so once you have actually done this setting, you can actually do a test with a prompt. You can come here and check whether Claude understood you. Use the business input above. Write a LinkedIn post about mistake HR make when they treat one AI workshop has the finish line instead of the start. Okay, so you can, so you see, when I write here, because I already put something in the instruction earlier, so I do not need to write too long here. But if you do not have the business input, you are just using, you are starting with the chat interface, right? Then you have to put down you have to copy and paste the business input that you created just now into this chat here. Okay, but imagine next time, we are coming back always to ask Claude to do all these messages for us, right? You do not want to repeatedly, copy paste the company problems and the statement. So then you need to use project and then keep it under the instruction area. Okay, so now, so it has come out with something here. So it comes out with the, the LinkedIn post as requested lah. Okay. So this is, of course you need to go through and then see whether it makes sense or not. Okay. But for now, we are not going to digest the information given, but it's just to show you, after you have the business input, you ask chat to actually give you a LinkedIn post. Okay. So this is the basic prompt. Now next, so now we want, sorry, so many file I open. Okay, it should be this one. Okay, of course, you can also ask subsequent question. For example, who is Catalyst's ideal customer and what should this week's content say to them? Okay, so you will, this is how you actually converse with Claude to get all this information. So you see, because over here you never say you are HR or AI trainer already, right? But because of the instruction given, so it can actually immediately give you some output. So these are the differences. I hope you see already. If you used to do things with chat without giving context, so now your to-do list today or your habit you need to cultivate is have your business input first, and then create it under project. If you don't create under project, you have to always copy and paste in the chat area to make it very clear to your AI. Okay, so this is, I hope you gather something to so far. Okay, now next, so now we want to teach Claude your marketing team. So in Claude, right, I can actually create many skills. These skills are like my employees. So for example, let's say I constantly need to do marketing research, right? I want to scan who are my competitor. So these are the repeated tasks that I reckon I will do all the time. That's why I created a skill. So this is, I have things like market research, content planner, social media, and email marketing skill. Okay. So for example, let's say I want to research competitor. I copy this. I come here. So you see, this thing, right? The DAI asset market research is actually my skill. So when I put a backslash, you will see the description here. Okay, so what do I ask? Why do I call this skill out? Because I want Claude to actually analyze the following for me. Who is dominating? Okay, let me read out loud. Can see or not the wording? Okay, based on the business input research, what other AI training providers in Malaysia are posting in LinkedIn this month? So who is dominating? What topics keep getting reused and stuff like that? So you can actually specify as many as possible. Or of course, the commonly used one, the common question that you wanted to ask, you can also put them in skills. So next time when you write the prompt, you may even eliminate all this because it will automatically come out for you. Okay, so now I just run. So it will actually give me the market research. So now I will navigate to skills. Okay, let's show you what is skill. Let's say this one. I open simply SEO blog. So for example, for my digital AI business club, right, I have a skill. So all the blog posts that is written by AI, right, I want it to come with the SEO and AEO element. Okay, so the skills can be very detailed where I give it a role, the purpose, and also the brand context and the color system. So you see, most of my posts are in maroon, orangey, white, but sometimes I like to mix lah. So sometimes you see inconsistency. That is a human problem, not the AI problem, because AI actually told me, hey, this is not following your normal brand guide. But sometimes I just feel like, hey, I want to have a different mode, so something like that. But if you specify it in your skill, it will follow. Okay, so training AI is actually easier than training a human like me. Okay. Yeah, so you can put down all these stuff here, like the wording and all these things, okay? In SEO, you must have what, the metadata and then all these things. So must write it down there, okay? So this is skill lor. So imagine if I don't write and I write my blog post, I have to specify maybe all the criteria needed for the post to be SEO friendly. Okay, so far you get me, right? Okay, now I'm coming back to the chat box now. So just now we asked for scanning of the market research, right? So then it come out with some market research. Okay. So because I asked for the gap nobody is talking about. So I asked, let's say they have come up with some insight what most people are doing, right? So it actually specify who are there, Pertama lah, AI Labs blah blah blah. Okay. So because my next question is what do they not talking about? Because I want to maybe consider, not me, Farah. I'm talking about Farah business now. So Farah may want to find a positioning, right? So it can actually suggest what are the things that they are not talking and you may want to get into it, for example. Yeah. So in this case, it says nobody in this market is publishing anything about post-workshop retention, reinforcement, or second booking decision. Something like that lah. So now let's not debate whether what Claude actually suggested makes sense, yeah. Okay, you see, because in my skill, right, if you're my subscriber in Digital AI Club, you may notice that I talk about brand positioning and I have articles about white space, how to find your white space. That means how to find your niche. So we can actually get AI to scan quite a few comparators for you, and then you can segmentize the comparators by few variables. For example, for example, by price, high price or low price, or by function, HR or marketing, you can do all this segmentation. And then from there, you need to think through step by step, and then find your white space. That means find the space where there are not too many comparators in there. So you can actually also do it with AI. Okay, so this one also I use a different way to ask, but it still come out with for me. So the three content angles built on the gap, then this is what AI suggested lor. Angle one, you can write about this. Angle two, you can write about this. Because now we are asking this AI to help us generate content, yeah. So that's why these are the planning or research stage, okay, that we want to go through. Okay, so AI has done the research stuff for us now. Now let's come back here. Okay, let me pause. Are you all following? Any questions so far?
Ma'am, I have a question.
Ah,
Okay, so basically just now from the tutorial, if I'm not
uh-huh.
mistaken, you show us two kind of skills, which is number one, you already add into the skills, and another
Yes.
is you just type down the skill, which is you copy it from your site and you just paste. So basically, if we want to reuse, of course, we need to add the skills inside our Claude, isn't it?
Yes.
And the second
Correct.
option also, if we didn't add it first, we can just use the what we call it as copy and paste, just like you are doing just now. Am I right?
Yes, you can also you can go to customize site and then create your own skills. You can also brainstorm with Claude, and Claude will actually produce a very first round of skill for you. Yeah.
So basically,
So
Claude can also reply us in both ways lah.
yes, correct. So that one is a little bit more advanced. So, but the concept is similar, is something like that. You can create your own skill. You can also, let's say you can also download my skill. For example, if you are in the subscriber, the Digital AI Business Club, if you're the subscriber, you can go in and download the skill, and then you can use it. So of course, I will recommend you to revise it because you want the skill to be really helping your process. So, but I think the first round you can download and then upload it and then use it and then modify it. So this is what you can do.
Okay, thank you. Because just now I saw two type of samples, so I got confused there. So
Oh,
just
there
to
can be so many skills, a lot. So whatever you want to solve, you just think, hey, what skill can I create, So whenever you have a problem, just think, hey, you just need to have some kind of system thinking. Oh, I always do this, how can I use AI to help me? Then slowly you will have the habit to create a system using AI.
thank
Okay,
you.
and skill is one of the element, no? Yeah. So someone asked, do you have Claude Pro or Max? Oh, for me, I just use Pro. Yeah. So for if you are using more chunky stuff like call work and so on, you need to have a Claude Pro. Okay. And I would suggest if you use Claude for thinking all the time or writing all the time, then just subscribe because I think it's worth it. It's 20 USD a month. Yeah. Unless you are not using, unless you are not using, computer a lot, you are on the road, then maybe the free account is sufficient. But I think most of us nowadays we need to think a lot, right? So like even writing content can be a lot of time that we need to spend. So I would think is worth it. Otherwise, if we hire a staff or we outsource a job, but it will cost you a lot more money also lah. Okay. So I mean if you are the solopreneur, you may want to save money, but if you already scale up, then you outsource because people like me, people outsource the job to me still. Like for example, they want me to help them with brand positioning because they do not have time to learn and to think because after we do the brand positioning for them, right, we still need to go through a lot of content to make sure that what AI suggested is correct. So we need to have our own experience and wisdom to confirm whether what AI suggested for the client makes sense. So the worst case is you present the proposal to your client and then client asks you about something mentioned there and you do not know because you solely rely on AI. So actually, there are still a lot of work as a consultant. Yeah. So that's why I think a lot of us can be solopreneur or founder, and for the start, we can save money by using AI. But I'm thinking, if you want to be very competitive, you somehow need to think about corporatizing your company. When you corporatize it, you need a team. When you need a team, you still need to hire people. But when you hire people with AI knowledge, correct? Or you outsource. Otherwise, you still very bogged down. Okay. So let me go through other question. Anything? No more. Okay, I'm new. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay, let me go back to the slide. Share. Okay, let's go down. Okay, just now we were doing research, right? So now I want to do content. So you see, I'm also using another skill called content planner. So I come to Claude. Okay, so I come to Claude. Use this content planner skill. Okay, so when I put a backslash, it come out and then give me the high level description about this. Okay, let's say this is the correct one. Using the research above, build a 7-day content plan that runs from workshop day to the follow-up call. Produce a table with day, journey, stage, topic. So you see, my prompt here is so simplified, but actually behind the skill has a lot of information. So it helped me in, crafting the prompt. You get what I mean? And also, you see the 7-day plan, right? It has usually in the skill, let's say I'm doing lead generation. I also have some kind of skill where I want the lead generation skill to cater to the awareness stage, to interest stage, to desire stage, and to action stage. So because I think some of us may not be marketer, we do not think about the stages, but marketing is can be very tedious sometimes. Because we cannot just see people and try to sell our things, right? Like I say, we need to establish trust. So if you are new, you also need to let people know you are here and what you do. So you need to create awareness. So after you create awareness for a while, only you can start to get people to slowly trust you and buy from you. So when we create the marketing messages, you need to cater to stages. Don't forget about that. Because most of us, we will just sell. Let's say I have an AI course, I sell, or I'm selling, whatever cake, right? I also try to sell immediately. But usually people don't buy it because they don't trust you. So in marketing, there are sales stages or marketing stages that you need to look after. So AI can help us with that, help us to map these stages, okay? So now the example that I've given you is based on these sales stages, because this one is after the client on board with the first training, right? So, but the Farah wants to follow up and make sure that the client fix another appointment or another deal with her. Okay, so that is the purpose. So based on this prompt, AI gave me all this journey stage. Reinforce, day one reinforce. That means, it gives me things like I should send out one micro task from the workshop. Reframe has this week's challenge. So it's like follow-up. After you attend my workshop, I send you a reminder what you should be doing. So it's like a good customer service kind of follow-up. And then what is the hook? Before you forget everything from Friday, try this one thing today. This is the hook. And then the CTA is to reply with what you try. But the first day, Claude is actually saying, don't pitch first. Just show care first, So the second day to prove a specific plausible sounding application of the workshop content in HR context. And then what is the hope? Here is what week 1 adoption should actually look like. Hope you understand what you want to, how you want to attract them. That is the hope, okay? The CTA stands for call to action, because every time we send message, we must have an intention, right? For example, I say, if this is an awareness campaign, we want people to know us. So is there a CTA needed? Maybe we should still think of CTA. For example, ask them to like our Facebook. That is your CTA. Awareness, you want people to follow you first, right? So like your Facebook or follow you or join your community, that is awareness, right? So like the proof stage, then you need to tell people about maybe your testimonies, how you help SME, achieve whatever ROI. So what is a CTA? Then you have to think about the CTA. Maybe call you for strategy call. In my case, or Farah case, also the same thing. Okay, the third one is reinforce direct answer to single most common sticking point from workshop. So again, it gives you the hope and also the CTA. Okay, so I'm not going to go through, but every stage, right, it is well planned. But of course, you need to read through yourself. You think this is workable, it makes sense, you approve it and you adopt it. Okay, so you will start working on the next stage where you need to craft the message, correct? So now we have the 7-day campaign plan. Now let me go back to the blog post. So now this is the connecting. So now let's say you want to do day 1 job. You want to send message to the participant, right? And you want AI to help you writing it and then help you connect to Gmail and save it as draft. Okay, so I have this sample prompt here. So what I do is I come here. This box is blocking me. Okay, check the inbox from the last 7 days. For every workshop attendees who hasn't replied, use this skill. So again, I have a skill to draft a personalized follow-up. For anyone already replied, just flag it. No need to draft anything, okay? But because this is just a demo, I will simplify this, because I don't really have a participant for the HR workshop, right? So I just say draft a thank you note to Claude AI marketing participant. Okay, so I just simply write, no, it doesn't make sense one. Okay, so how do I connect to Gmail? So I come here, there's a plus sign here. I will come to connector. This is connector. And then I already connected to Gmail. That's why you can see it here. These are the things that I have connected to. So you see that it is also in blue color. If you cannot find it here, then means you need to add the connector from here. Then you can actually search. For example, I want to add a Gmail, right? So I add Gmail here from here, okay? Or if I want to connect to my CRM, maybe Zoho CRM, I can connect also, okay? So you can do all these things. So now I am going to show you, should I show you the real thing? Connector, Gmail connector already, right? So okay, because earlier I already done, just open up and show you. So after you prompt it, right, it will appear, it will run and then appear from here. Can you see this? but it is actually saved as draft because I want to go through first. Because if it doesn't, if I don't check and if the message is wrong and I send it out, it can be a disaster, correct? So usually we would ask Claude to actually save it as draft. Okay, so this one I don't really run it, but you get the concept, right? Okay, now next one. Okay, so another thing, so now we are talking about the last block. So we are talking about, we move from prompt using the normal chat as prompt for prompt and ask simple question to using skills, to using project, and also to using connector. So this is the last one. We are getting Claude to schedule tasks for us. Okay, so you can also do this. You can come here and then you can just instruct schedule tasks. Okay, so let's say this is a CRM thing. You can also instruct AI to do this, and then it will to actually write you a newsletter every Monday morning. So you can you would probably see it every Monday at 9 a.m. if you run this. Okay, but for now I won't run, but you can actually try it out at your own. So I mentioned this blog post I have given free for you to access. You just need to log in. Sign up and log in. Yeah. Okay, so now I will proceed to the next thing. I think that's all. So basically that is the whole idea about using Claude to be your employees. So you can see that by using it, it actually help you to you have employee to help you run your market research, to help you with the content plan. In my opinion, content plan, social media, and email marketing is really taking a lot of time. So now, let's say digital AI, I also write a lot of content, right? With the help of AI. So I can actually produce content by weeks. Sometimes by month, but by month I think a bit risky lah, so I don't want to do that. So I do it by week. So every week, maybe one day I sit down in front of my computer, I will create the content plan together with the images. And then I would also automatically schedule it to the social media platform. So this is the automation. I have it for my own business. Okay, email marketing also possible, but this is something that I haven't done it myself, but I think it's very important. So when all these three are linked, right, your follow-up with your customers or your leads will be very, very powerful, and it saves you a lot of time. More importantly, it will bring you more consistent sales. Okay, so this is Claude. Okay, these are the example that I showed you earlier. I just have it in what? Yes, that's all. I think I have actually shown you the rundown of how to use Claude for your marketing campaign. Okay, so at my end here, I'm also collaborating with Carmen and Ricky Su to run Claude for business. We have 3 levels. The level 1 is what we call foundation. People come in here to learn the prompting framework, how to write, how to create social media content, and also build your business web page, and how to use project properly, how to do the proper setup so that you will save time in long run. And then for level 2, we have the intermediate one where we teach you about the sales data analytics. So this one is heavily using data, and data is actually new oil, if you have heard about this phrase before. Because data is actually gold mine. If you use data, it gives you a lot of insights. So that's why I would encourage people to also learn data analytics. From data, it turns into into insights for your business. And of course, in this module, we will also talk about Excel, PowerPoint. How do you connect Claude to all these things and make beautiful presentation? So this one is as good as you have a boardroom level kind of presentation. And advanced is the one where in the event you are interested in building application, for example, Duolingo apps, that kind of application. So now you may not need to go for very, very tough subjects such as computer science. You can actually use AI, learn AI to do similar job for you. So, for example, if you are interested to create, I think website is really easy. Just now, I think Eugene asked, say he wants to do website. I think website is really easy. If you use some web coding platform like Lovable, Claude, or Google Studio, AI Studio, you can also create simple website or name card. I also created name card. But of course, if you plan to scale up your business, you need to learn slightly deeper because, for example, if you create a website, you may need to have some functions behind it. For example, you want it to be able to store your customer database. You need to integrate your website to some other apps. This kind of stuff, you should come for level 3. Yeah, so actually a lot of things to learn from Claude. In this 1.5 hour, I think I give you some ideas, but to actually do it right, it will take time. I just want to also iron expectation. For me to come up with the automation for my content, it takes a lot of thinking process. It is in months. So it is in the situation where I learn and I refine. Yeah, so that is a situation. So that's why if you learn all the setting properly and how to do it, and you use it together with your real work, then you will shorten the process. Okay, so this is the thing. So this is the price list for our Claude AI business training. HRDC claimable, but the price shown here is before HRDC because for the solopreneur, you do not claim HRDC, you can actually go for this price. And the normal price is this column, but we also have the, actually this one is over already but then for today, if anyone wants, actually I have another special deal. Anyone wants a special deal, you can actually contact me, this number, okay? But this is the published price that I usually show people, okay? So you all have any question? Now open up for Q&A. No question. Let me see chat. Can we connect to multiple Gmail? This one I need to double confirm. I haven't tried it myself. Yeah. May I know whether I can join level 3 directly? I need to understand your skill level. Have you already mastered level, I mean the prompting and the skill and the core work? Because I think level 3 asks for more technical skill. Level 1 and 2 to me can be technical for some people, but for me, I'm also a non-technical people. I can use it. So as long as you put in effort to learn, I think it's not tough for most of the people. But level 3, we can talk first, Dr. Kamaru. Yeah. You text me and then later I chat and then I would advise you whether you should go straight to level 3. Is that all right? You can text me also 012-666-9892. Okay. Any more question from you all? If no question, then we will say bye-bye here. Next week, I would have a class on prompting, basic prompting. So try to join back again. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Fira, I will show you the price list. Just hold on. I actually close the file, I think. Let me share the screen. Okay, Fira, you can see my screen. So you just text me because for today, if anyone texts me, I have even better deal than this one. Yeah. The number hidden. Can you see? This one is a special deal today. You text me, then I will let you know. This is buy one, free one. That means you can get 2 person to come and enjoy this price. So Fira, you just text me and then we discuss. Thank you so much.